So I'm filming this video and then I'm going to edit it and post it immediately because I didn't film my video in the weekend and now I have to do one, and I was like, okay, I will not do it because I had so many exams last week and now I have two exams left like in a few hours. But I said I'm gonna take my time because I wanted to do this video for a while, and so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna relax and do it, and then I'm gonna keep studying. But I need to take a break of a few minutes. How long it takes to make this video? It is not that long of a topic, so I don't think it will take me a lot. So today, as you can see in the title, I'm going to talk to you about my reading, like the reading order I recommend for the Grishaverse books. So I haven't talked a lot about the Grishaverse books, but I read them like more than a year ago, and I really enjoy them. I didn't have them in my immediate TBR, but the show was coming out, and I wanted to read it before watching the show. I'll wait at least until Six of Crows, and I managed to read Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom before the show came out, and I was reading King of Scars. I stopped to watch the show and then I went back to the books because the show was like 8 episodes, so I watched it like from 3 a.m. to like 10 p.m. I don't remember, but it was so fast. So yeah, I wanted to give you my recommendations of how to read the books. This is also kind of the order everyone gives. Like the only thing that may change, it's how I recommend to read like the additional novellas. I don't know. So yeah, okay. Many people like to say you don't need to read the first trilogy. You can go ahead and read Six of Crows. Yeah, you can do that. Go ahead. But you will not get the hype we get in Crooked Kingdom, first of all. And second of all, you will not understand so much the world building because Six of Crows does not take the time to. Okay, nice. Six of Crows does not take the time to explain the world building, and some people are like, yeah, but Six of Crows is better. Or yeah, it's a good book. I love it. I love them all. But Shadow and Bone, it's a great high fantasy, and people need to stop hating on Shadow and Bone, okay? In the series, like the trilogy. So we have first the book Shadow and Bone, and this book basically, if you don't know, it follows the story of an orphan named Alina Starkov. And basically, oh my god, I get so excited talking about it. And basically, in the world she lives, right? So she's from a country named Rafta. And this country, it's like so freaking poor. She's an orphan of war. And basically, we have like Rafta, it's so poor because of a, well, okay, so we have, it has in its two like borders, two countries that are more powerful. And in the border it used to have, like, it used to connect with the ocean, but the country was divided, and it was the fault of a Grisha. Those are people with powers, yeah. And basically this Grisha, called, I don't remember the name. What was his name? Well, this guy, basically his powers, like, he went crazy. And he created like a void. They call it the unsea. That's one of the many names. The fold. And basically this, like, it's not only dark and it's full of like mist, darkness, yeah. It is also like full of these creatures called Volcra that eat human flesh. So it is very dangerous to go through the fold, even though they do it. So now Ravka is divided in the Ravka Alina is from, and we have West Ravka, that is the one that it's connected like to the port and to the sea and to other countries. So basically we are, I will put a map also in the screen, but whatever, that's going to make it harder to edit. But I'm gonna do it because I think I already have a map in my computer. No, I do not. I'm such a dumbass. I'm gonna have to look one up. Whatever. The point is, like, yeah, Alina is this orphan, and she's getting the chance to, I'm looking for them up, I'm sorry, she is getting the chance to like the chance, no, she basically, like any YA fantasy novel, whatever, she has this power hidden and it's revealed in a life or death situation. And so now she's this person that could save the whole country. She's like this person people been waiting for. And so that's it. That's basically Shadow and Bone, and we follow, like in Shadow and Bone, she gets introduced to this power, like then we have Siege and Storm, and finally Ruin and Rising. That's the trilogy, and the books are not that long. I do not deserve an opinion because I read not like super fast, but I read faster than most people, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, it's a fast read technically compared to Six of Crows. Also, after reading Shadow and Bone, I have a recommendation, and it is that there is like this short story called The Tailor, and we follow, I'm gonna butcher her name, but I'm sorry, Henya. Henya, it's another character. We know her since the first book, and so in The Tailor, we follow her story. But I recommend reading it after Shadow and Bone because it has some spoilers for Shadow and Bone. So you read Shadow and Bone, The Tailor, Ruin and Rise, Siege and Storm, Ruin and Rising, and that's the trilogy. After that, there's a story called The Demon in the Woods, The Demon in the Wood. That also, I think this month there's a like graphic novel coming out about the same story. I don't know, but I read the story, and it's basically following one of the characters from Shadow and Bone, but I recommend only reading it after finishing like the trilogy. And we follow this character, and like it's kind of an arc corruption, but also like, yeah, it's kind of an arc corruption. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Then we have like the duology, finally, Six of Crows. Okay, if you don't know, Six of Crows is basically, oh my god, these cars, it sounds like I live in a highway. I do not. Six of Crows basically follows the story of these six misfits, and they basically are, how do you say that? They're getting paid, yeah, to complete a heist. So it's like a heist book, and I know it sounds like what, but if you like Peaky Blinders or La Casa de Papel, you are going to love Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. And so even though people normally love more Six of Crows, I like more Crooked Kingdom because in Six of Crows they don't stay like Ketterdam. Also, this is important. So in the map we get of the grishaverse, there's like an island closer to West Kravka, and there it's the isle. It's called Kerch, and where our main characters like live and stuff is Ketterdam. That's like the capital city. It's an island, right? And this capital city basically has, it's like a trading post. There's a lot of fishy business going on. Like there's how do you say that? Well, there how do you call that? Like brothels, I think, yeah, and like casinos and stuff like that. And so we're following many characters. I'm gonna talk a little about all of them because I think they deserve it. So first of all, we have okay, I'm gonna go backward and I'm gonna save my favorite for last, obviously, but I love them all. First, I'm gonna talk about the one I'm gonna tell you less about, Wyland. I'm not even gonna say his full name. Wyland, it's basically this boy, and he is like, he does chem work and stuff like that. He likes like blowing stuff up, and he is basically recruited into the mission, even though the rest of the, like, except the leader, but the other three, they're like, three? Am I doing my math? Okay, no, it's four. The other four are like reluctant, like, why are we getting this kid with us? But everything has a reason. Then we have Jasper, and Jasper, it's basically this sharpshooter. He has like 2 guns, and he never fails. Like, he always like right in the, he has good aim, to say the least. And he is amazing, but he's kind of reckless, and he has an addiction to like the game. addicted. Ludopathy, I think you said it. No, it's that how you say it in English? I don't know. But yeah, that's Jasper Fahey. And he's from another place we see in the map. He's from Novi Zem. Wyland, it's from Kerch. Then we have Nina Senig, which is a girl. She's a Grisha, a heart trender, which is useful knowing more about Shadow and Bone because you get to understand her. But yeah, and she's basically this girl that it's far from Ravka, and it's dangerous being a Grisha far from Ravka because you are like people want to capture you. There's like a country that hunts them, so many stuff. And then we have Matthias. Matthias is a witch hunter. He hunts Grisha, so there's that. We have who's left? Ines. Okay, yeah, Ines, and she's one of my favorites. She has like knives, and she is, oh my god, I don't remember what she is. Oh my god, her, like, she's Ines Gaffa. Oh my god, I need to look it up because I will not live with myself if I don't call her what she is. Yeah, I know what Sully. She's Sully. That's like, yeah, and she basically was. Can I say that it's that not a spoiler? Or she's an outsider to say, and she's part of this band, like, of criminals. She's a criminal, yeah, technically. And last but of course not least, we have Cass Breaker, the one who didn't need a reason. If you heard about this book, which maybe you would because it's super famous, like everyone heard about Six of Crows, I think. You know who Cass Breaker is. He's this bad boy with a bad haircut. Don't let him hear me. And yeah, so basically Cass Breaker, it's like a leader. He's like the one leading the Six, and he forms, like, he's a criminal prodigy, they call him, and he's part of this criminal band. He's like not the boss, but basically he is the boss, and he has so much power. It is freaking amazing. And he's like 17. Like, the fuck, at 17 I was like, I don't know, reading books. So yeah, that's Cass Breaker, and I will not tell you where he's from because you need to hear his story, even though I have to say trigger warnings because his story is tragic as fuck. That's why I love him so much. Like, I love trauma. I'm kidding. It's not a joke. So look up trigger warnings, of course, for Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. And in Crooked Kingdom we get more of the culture of Ketterdam, like we stay in Kerch. So it's, again, very amazing. After reading Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, we have another duology. I cannot tell you a lot about it, but we are following a character we get to know in the Shadow and Bone trilogy. And so that's it. The trilogy is King of Scars and Rule of Wolves. It's amazing. We are following, like, it's more focused on, well, there's war, but it's more focused on, like, political intrigue, I'll say. There's political issues, I don't know how to say it, like, it's Ravka trying to survive still after everything that happened in Shadow and Bone, because like in Six of Crows you don't get to see a lot of Ravka. You basically don't, like, you know the mentions of Ravka, but you don't get to see Ravka, what is happening. So King of Scars and Rule of Wolves is like, hey, so this is what happened with all the people in Ravka. And they say we are getting like a third Six of Crows book, but that's unstopped. And I honestly don't want another one. I'm okay with two. Please don't do it. Like, she's only going to kill a character or something like that. It's unnecessary. Like, Crooked Kingdom has such a great ending. You don't need to add more. We're okay. And last but not least, there's like the two additional books. We have The Life of Saints, which is like, if you heard, like in Shadow and Bone, we heard of it for the first time. And it's basically a book of the religion practiced in Ravka. And basically it mentions all of the gods, not only Ravka, I think like in the whole like universe. And it basically mentioned all of the saints that Ravkans like follow. And yeah, but you have to read it after, at least after the Shadow and Bone trilogy, because it has a spoiler so big. So yeah, just be careful. And last but not least, we have Language of Thorns, which I loved really. I really enjoyed Language of Thorns. And basically, in this one, we are following uh, different stories like folklore all around like the universe. We go to Novi Zem, we hear stories from people in Ravka, of course, in Fjerda. I even think they mentioned Shuhan and the Kurch, of course. And so that's it. Okay, so I will really recommend reading all of these books. The author, it's amazing, like Lee Bardugo. Yeah, so let me know if you want to hear me more talk about like Six of Crows, because I love talking about it. Okay, see ya.